The action RPG space is gearing up for another busy year, with several major projects. From dark fantasy adventures to fast-paced open-world journeys, the upcoming lineup shows strong variety across the genre. Let's get right into it. Project Windless is a single-player, open-world action RPG based on The Bird That Drinks Tears, where players control a powerful recon warrior in a war-torn land set 1,500 years before the novels. The game uses a non-linear structure that allows free movement across the map while engaging in skill-based one-versus-many combat. 4 races, Toab, Humans, Naga, and Recon, shape the setting's conflicts. Built with Unreal Engine 5, the game highlights large-scale battles and player-driven legend building.
This world was never yours to keep. How dare you stand in the way of purity, little king?
Untitled John Wick game is a single-player, third-person action title in development at Saber Interactive, featuring Keanu Reeves' voice and likeness in an original story set within the John Wick timeline. The game centers on the series' signature gun-fu combat, combining precise gunplay with close-quarters fighting and choreographed encounters. Neon noir locations and story-driven driving sequences add variety to the gameplay structure. The design aims to expand the underworld lore while placing players directly in John Wick's role.
Adaptable. He must be grounded, stable, constant. I believe you are ready, sir.
Yeah.
Beast of Reincarnation is an action RPG from Game Freak that combines real-time combat with turn-based command mechanics in a single-player structure. Players control Emma while directing her companion dog Ku in coordinated battles that mix sword attacks with tactical support skills. Set in a post-apocalyptic Japan, the game allows customization through skill trees, gear, and spirit stones to support different combat styles. The design highlights the partnership between the two characters during encounters with powerful bosses. Woochi The Wayfarer is an action-adventure RPG based on the tale of Jeon Woochi, set in a fantasy version of Korea's Joseon era filled with folklore and mythical creatures. Players control Jeon Woochi, a mischievous dosa who uses magical abilities to battle supernatural threats and outsmart corrupt forces. Combat is driven by spell-based skills while moving through detailed environments powered by Unreal Engine 5. The soundtrack incorporates traditional Korean music elements to support the setting.
기어코 여기까지. 참으로 정성이십니다.
Gang of Dragon is a third-person action-adventure set in Tokyo's Kabukicho district, where players control Shin Ji-song, a high-ranking member of a Korean crime syndicate portrayed by Ma Dong-seok. Combat is built around the character's overwhelming physical power, combining brutal hand-to-hand strikes, blade attacks, gunplay, and high-impact vehicle action. The game takes place across the streets of Shinjuku, while the narrative explores underworld conflicts and intense human drama tied to Shin's personal struggles.
Time to settle up. Hey, Daiki. When'd you make it back? Excuse me, sir! Shut your mouth! Alright. Talk soon. On your feet, now! Son of a... Fuck it! Just kill him!
Control Resonant is an action-adventure RPG set in a warped Manhattan where players control Dylan Faden as he battles a reality-bending cosmic threat. Gameplay combines supernatural abilities, environmental combat, and a shape-shifting melee weapon that can switch forms during fights. Players develop Dylan's powers through a progression system while confronting threats such as the Hiss and the Mold. The game also features gravity anomalies and shifting environments that affect both combat strategy and puzzle encounters.
Creative director of Control Resonant, the game-changing sequel to Control. What you are seeing here is an early mission captured from our in-development build. We play as Dylan Faden, our supernaturally gifted hero, in a version of Manhattan like you haven't seen before. We recently acquired Shift, an ability that empowers Dylan to seamlessly move through gravity anomalies and adapt to the world around him. Here we are showcasing a set of different forms of Dylan's main weapon, the Aberrant, can take, and his supernatural abilities. There are a lot of different ones you can discover to suit your playstyle. While in combat, we encourage you to play aggressively, balancing between melee attacks and abilities.
Any updates for me?
Kind of. You'll know it when you hear it. Just try to stay alive out there, okay?
Almost there, Zoe. What the hell is that thing? I think I hear something. I know where the Resonant is, Zoe. I'll call you back.
Resonants are the dominant threat in what's our most ambitious game to date, and we can't wait to share it with you later in 2026.
Lords of the Fallen 2 is a dark fantasy action RPG set 100 years after the previous game, featuring a standalone story in the new region of Thorngar. Combat builds on Souls-like foundations with faster, more aggressive encounters, including dismemberment mechanics and specialized executions. The dual world system returns, allowing players to shift between Axiom and the evolved Umbral Realm during gameplay. 7 distinct biomes and multiple enemy factions shape the game's combat challenges and environmental variety.
No matter the cost. Father, forgive me.
Hey, what's happening, fam? It is OGT.
God of War Greek Trilogy Remake rebuilds the original God of War 1, 2, and 3 with modern 4K visuals while preserving the classic hack-and-slash combat. The project revisits Kratos' Greek-era battles with updated presentation and possible camera changes from the original fixed perspective to a closer modern view. The remake aims to modernize gameplay while retaining the brutal combat style that defined the trilogy, with reports indicating T.C. Carson returning as the voice of Kratos.
Is now in development. Yeah, man, I know. Sit down. Now look, this project is still in the early stages, so it'll be a minute before we get back to share another update, right? But I'm telling you, next time we come back, we coming with something big, baby. Yeah. So, closing, I want to say thank you. Thank you all for your patience. You've been waiting, so thank you for your patience. But most of all, I want to thank you all for supporting this God of War franchise all these years. Appreciate you. Peace.
Am I dead?
Oh, yes.
Onimusha, Way of the Sword, is a dark fantasy action game set in a twisted version of Edo-era Kyoto, where players control samurai Miyamoto Musashi in battles against demonic Genma. Combat is built around deliberate swordplay, directional blocking, and precise parries, with finishing techniques used to eliminate enemies. The Oni Gauntlet returns as a core mechanic, allowing players to absorb enemy souls to restore health and enhance abilities. Encounters take place across dangerous, blood-stained battlefields filled with supernatural threats.
This thing's made me so damn strong.
Musashi, I cannot apologize enough for dragging you down this path against your will.
If I take this gauntlet off, I'll be a bloody mess on the floor anyway.
This isn't what you promised, Gauntlet.
My troop was attacked, and one of our members is missing. Save this world.
Fighting Genma wasn't the path I'd planned, but who knows? Maybe it'll be worth my while.
Well said!
What in the...
Get a hold of yourself! Are you a man or a beast?
Getting strong because of some gauntlet. That's not strength.
I'm gonna eat all the souls you got in there.
Turns out, Miyamoto Musashi was just a brute with a sword after all.
Being tough isn't enough. A warrior meditates on what strength really means.
Enjoying your new toys, I see.
Loulan the Cursed Sand is an action RPG set along the ancient Silk Road, where players control a skeletal warrior seeking a lost princess in the fallen kingdom of Loulan. Gameplay features a dynamic, top-down view with grounded, one-versus-many melee combat against powerful enemies and bosses. Players can switch between bone and sand forms, each offering different combat styles and interactions. Sand-based abilities are also used to solve puzzles and navigate handcrafted regions inspired by the western regions of China. GeniGods Nezha is a hardcore action RPG rooted in ancient Chinese creation mythology, where players control the Spirit Pearl, reborn as Nezha. Combat features dual stances that switch between ground spear fighting and fast aerial attacks using wind-fire wheels. Players can combine relics to unlock unique abilities while facing colossal gods across myth-inspired environments. The system also incorporates reactive parries and counterattacks powered by divine water abilities tied to the character's core strength.
Or is the answer home, written in the soil?
Mortals, how many times now? What ain't all wrong cannot be wrong. Cuts deeper than the blade that took my head. My head moulders in Changyang Hill. Your name will moulder in memory. Sun, I warm heaven, the very sky you kneel to. We are all bound. The sun for its light, you for your duty, I for my defiance.
Years are too long.
Phantom Blade Zero is an action RPG inspired by classic wuxia storytelling, where players control Soul, a warrior racing against time after being framed for his master's death. Combat centers on fast martial arts encounters using over 30 weapons and customizable phantom edges that grant unique techniques. Players defeat powerful enemies to obtain their signature weapons and abilities. Built with Unreal Engine 5, the game combines traditional kung fu combat with mechanical elements in a dark fantasy setting.
Near that place, at least not anymore, but you.
Project Tal is a single-player open-world action RPG inspired by Korean folklore and traditional Tal masks. Players battle giant mythological monsters using fast-paced, cinematic combat that allows climbing onto enemies to target weak points. The game also features AI companions with distinct combat roles that dynamically support the player in fights. Built with Unreal Engine 5, the design highlights large-scale encounters and cooperative-style combat within a myth-inspired setting. Fable is an open-world action RPG set in the land of Albion, where players create a custom hero and build a reputation through their actions. Combat combines melee, ranged, and magical abilities against creatures such as hobs, Bolverines, and trolls. Outside of battles, players can shape their identity by managing property, forming relationships, and interacting with townsfolk. Player decisions influence how characters react and how events unfold across the living fantasy setting. Black Myth Zhong is a single-player action RPG inspired by Chinese folklore, starring the ghost-catching deity Zhong as the central character. The game continues the Black Myth series, with a myth-focused setting centered on battles against supernatural threats. Gameplay is expected to follow the action-driven structure of the series, while highlighting high-fidelity presentation. The narrative draws from traditional legends as Zhong moves between hell and earth to confront powerful spirits. Darksiders 4 continues the saga of the Four Horsemen in an apocalyptic version of Earth, picking up after the events of the original game. Players can take control of war, death, fury, or strife, each equipped with distinct weapons, abilities, and combat styles. Gameplay combines fast third-person melee action with traversal and environmental puzzle solving across large ruined regions. The design also includes cooperative play, allowing multiple horsemen to fight together against powerful enemies and bosses.
Welcome to the last Crimson Desert Features overview video.
Crimson Desert is an open-world action-adventure set on the continent of Pywell, where players control Cliff of the Greymanes in a quest to reunite his scattered allies. Combat features fast melee encounters using swords, spears, bows, and elemental abilities against soldiers and large beasts. The game also includes traversal with mounts, climbing, and gliding across diverse regions such as plains, deserts, and ruins. Resource gathering, crafting, and faction conflicts shape progression across the sprawling fantasy setting.
The Greymane Camp, a stretch of land in Hernan that serves as the faction's new base after Payloon is lost to the Black Bears.
Grab them! Sign them all!
Its beginnings may be humble, but over time, you'll be able to expand the camp with funds and resources that you acquire on your travels. With these upgrades, the camp will become more than just a place to rest. Here, you can prepare for the journeys ahead. Prepare meals at camp that will keep up your health.
It's about time you got hungry.
Or purchase provisions from the camp vendor. You can also go a step further and produce the resources needed for cooking and crafting yourself by working the camp's ranch and farm. A helpful option when resources are in short supply.
So this is home now, eh?
The camp is also the foothold for rebuilding the Greymane faction, and building it is the starting point in the journey to reclaiming the Greymane's lost homeland of Payloon. The comrades you reunite with along your journey will come here to regroup, while others will hear news of the camp and arrive of their own accord. These Greymanes can take on several roles. They can be dispatched to locations across Pywell where missions can be found. Having your comrades complete these missions will grant you with currency and resources such as wood and ore and materials required for cooking and alchemy. Greymanes can also be dispatched to blockaded locations and help to whittle down enemy ranks even while you're in other parts of Pywell. Your journey will inevitably take you to the villages, towns, and cities of Pywell's various regions. Here, shops and vendors offer everything from daily provisions to a range of equipment and materials. A blacksmith can forge a new weapon to replace the one you've carried since Hernan, while a tailor ensures you're properly outfitted for the journeys ahead.
Oh, your wardrobe tells your story.
But commerce is only one part of life.
I'll do the same for you someday. This is for you. Good health to you. My words of praise must seem shallow.
There are residents here who are in need of someone to hear their requests. Some may need protection from bandits. Others may ask you to deliver goods or help track down a missing person. These stories unfold alongside the region's larger tales, offering a glimpse into the everyday lives of those who live in Pywell. Spend a little time in these locations and soak in the atmosphere. Meet residents, both good and bad. catch whispers of rumors from the locals, or engage in lighter diversions along the way. Just be mindful of the law. Harmful actions can turn residents and guards hostile, making travel more difficult as you're forced to fight your way through, pay fines, or even serve time in jail. Beyond the towns and cities, you'll also encounter people and come upon locations that draw you into new adventures. Like a town hidden away, home to some unusual residents.
I don't think. Let's move them.
Or locations that, whether through mechanical or mystical means, require fixing. So take in life apart from the battles and wilderness of Pywell and explore its towns, cities, and beyond. They can provide resources, new stories, or even just moments of levity in your journey. Cooking will be one of your essential activities. Food can replenish or temporarily strengthen your health, spirit, and stamina, giving you the edge in exploration or battle. Along your travels, you'll find bonfires and cooking recipes that allow you to prepare hearty meals. Fishing and hunting will provide the ingredients these recipes require. While items like flowers and insects can be used in alchemy to brew medicines that enhance your combat capabilities. Other activities, like mining and gathering, will also yield materials for crafting and upgrading your equipment. You can also craft more advanced and specialized tools with valuable resources you uncover on your journey. Shaping your daily life in Pywell also extends to customizing your character. At camp, you can adjust hairstyles and tattoos, as well as your outfits using dyes. A wide variety of dyes can be discovered throughout the world or brewed through alchemy, so experiment with the different color combinations available. And that wraps up the Crimson Desert Features Overview series. We've explored Pywell and its stories and characters, the combat and progression, and the activities that make up life in Crimson Desert. We hope that this series has given you a better understanding of the game. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in Pywell.
Tides of Annihilation is a fantasy action-adventure set in a shattered modern London where players control Gwendolyn during an invasion from another realm. Combat revolves around fighting alongside spectral knights, each providing unique abilities that can be combined for coordinated attacks. Players also face massive knight enemies that can be climbed and fought across their bodies. The game mixes fast hack-and-slash encounters with narrative-driven objectives tied to restoring the broken city. Armatus is a third-person roguelite shooter set in the demon-infested ruins of Paris, where players control the last supernatural warrior of an ancient order. Gameplay revolves around repeatable runs that combine firearms with celestial powers to fight increasingly dangerous enemies. Players can evolve their combat style through passive upgrades and new abilities while pushing deeper into corrupted areas. Death resets the run but preserves progression knowledge, reinforcing the cycle of fight, fall, revive, and advance. Fatekeeper is a first-person RPG set in a handcrafted fantasy world where players combine sword, combat, and spellcasting to defeat varied enemies. The game features reactive melee encounters alongside precise magic use, requiring players to adapt tactics based on enemy behavior. Progression allows deep character building through attributes, relics, and spell schools that support different playstyles. Players also collect and customize weapons, armor, and artifacts to refine their combat approach across diverse regions.
Koranchi, Falumak Hokre, Oritoma. Takawun Kal Dokushi, Washikotan. Ketoanshi Utan Fatekeeper.
Heroes of Jin Yong is a tactical role-playing game based on Jin Yong's wuxia novels, where players control a modern protagonist transported into the martial arts world of Jianghu. Gameplay centers on recruiting characters from the novels, learning diverse martial arts styles, and collecting 14 scattered books required to return home. Players can follow righteous or evil paths that change character reactions and story outcomes. Combat and progression rely on training skills, mastering weapons, and building a customized martial arts approach.
他西风射雕灵弓，双掌处立刻降龙，华山巅气势英雄，碧血丹心笑傲此生，谁是大英雄？忠肝义胆，挺身而出，与若匹夫方强必争，旌旗家国为苍生。 雪山里，侠客匆匆，倚天柱，谁与争锋？滑天龙，逐鹿日程，
讨教？那你是想试丐帮的打狗棒法，还是我桃花岛的绝学？
不忙小辈，请敢饶我衡山清净。
和小辈交手多有顾忌，这不能用，那不合适。
身法尚可，可惜招式太过冒进。这回风落叶剑，你可接得住？
如此，先试试这满天花雨取经针。
难得有后辈能逼我使出这云雾13式。不错，我从哪儿找来你这么个小子？罢了，终究没能守住衡山这点清静。
算你幸运，此地并不适合布奇门遁甲。如何？我的身软未假，乃桃花打制。不错，有几分靖哥哥的风采。
Kaidan is a dark fantasy action game set in the cursed land of Ikaiguchi, where players take the role of a seeker battling horrific yokai and powerful bosses. Gameplay supports solo play or cooperative missions while managing a roster of characters with distinct strengths and weaknesses. Combat is high risk and deliberate, supported by weapon upgrades, relic management, and careful mission preparation. Players must balance resources and strategy while pushing deeper into corrupted regions shaped by Japanese myth and cosmic horror.
Lest you wash up again on my shores, your frail body shatters and broken.
La Divina Commedia is a dark fantasy action RPG inspired by Dante Alighieri's work, where players descend through the circles of hell as a warrior poet battling demonic forces. Gameplay features procedural extraction dungeons that change each run, encouraging players to fight through enemies and escape with collected loot. Weapon classes offer distinct combat styles, while the Sin alignment system alters abilities and events based on player decisions. Crafting and the Demon Core mechanic further shape combat strategy and character growth. Mortal Shell 2 is a dark fantasy action RPG where players control the Harbinger and possess fallen warriors known as shells, each granting unique abilities and combat styles. Battles are fast and high risk, with posture-breaking mechanics and extensive weapon upgrades shaping encounters. The interconnected world contains numerous dungeons filled with enemies, secrets, and powerful gear. Progression revolves around discovering new shells, unlocking their memories, and adapting tactics to survive increasingly dangerous threats.
You're a weapon, child.
worship you until you fail. Then what?
You're no god, but neither are they.
The Godslayer is an open-world RPG set in an Eastern-inspired steampunk metropolis where players control Cheng, an Elemancer seeking revenge against the ruling Celestials. Combat revolves around mastering elemental powers such as fire, water, earth, metal, and wood, with dynamic interactions shaping battle tactics. Players can learn new skills from scrolls and masters while managing chi to strengthen abilities. Faction alliances, political maneuvering, and urban conflicts influence progression across the technologically advanced capital of Zhou.
Millions of souls pour into the underworld every day.
Swords of Legends is a single-player action RPG set in a Chinese fantasy world where players control an underworld enforcer, moving between the realms of the living and the dead. Combat features fast, stylish encounters using divine artifacts, spiritual seals, and summoned monster souls. The structure follows a wide linear design that prioritizes a strong narrative while still allowing optional side areas. Mythological creatures and guided soul encounters play a central role in both combat support and story progression.
I've watched over this city for ages, and every name in your scroll of death. Not one of them dies quietly. You, a soulless husk. You can judge my fate! Why wrestle rogues when their artifacts can do what brute strength cannot?
What? The soulless husk?
The living cast their dead to flame, and sacrifice ignites the war banners!
Here we go again.
Zoopunk is a third-person action RPG set in a diesel-punk world of anthropomorphic animals resisting a mechanical empire during the First Torch War. Players use fast, combo-driven melee combat with dodges, air juggles, and character-specific abilities across war-torn environments. Multiple playable fighters such as Rayon, Bratton, and Trixie offer distinct combat styles. The game also supports cooperative PvE play, allowing teams to tackle enemies together in the stylized 3D setting.
You really fixing to gamble with it?
1 for 5. It's worth a shot.
Ain't you worried something might go wrong?
Wrong? I'm counting on it. It's mine now. Finish him. Give it back!
Walked right in himself, huh?
It's all yours now, boss.
Good work. Now with this, even the Machine Legion doesn't stand a chance against me.
What?
Huh?
Come to Papa!
Right on time! Miss me?
Gotta hand it to you this time, Ray.
If Tron hadn't planned ahead and sent us as backup, you'd be done for.
Mission done? Let me take a look.
All accounted for. What's next?
It's time to save Torch City.
Valor Mortis is a first-person Souls-like action RPG set in an alternate 19th century Europe where players control William, a resurrected soldier of Napoleon's army. Combat emphasizes parries, dashes, and visceral finishers across multiple weapon types while supernatural powers enhance attacks. Each death contributes to progression, encouraging players to refine tactics against plague-ridden enemies. The game combines historical elements with horror themes as players uncover the mystery behind the spreading corruption.
This isn't war. This is damnation.